Hello students. Hello students. So once again we are going to meet after long days and with a topic called as ecosystem. Basically this topic is not included in this year's syllabus but also concerned to the NEET and the CET. You people should have the knowledge of the ecosystem. Okay. Already the syllabus has been completed by our madam. Okay, and the two topics were the organism and population, biodiversity and conservation. They are the two topics mainly for the theory exam. Ecosystem and environmental issues, two chapters are there which I am going to handle for you people. But please don't get confused, okay, because it is not there for the theory. I am stressing this point repeatedly. This year it is not there, okay, it has been deleted from the portion. But also you should you are attempting the NEET exams, you are attempting the CET exam, okay. So for that purpose you people should have the complete knowledge of the ecosystem and the environmental issues, okay. So let us start the ecosystem topic now. Ecosystem is basically 14th chapter it is, which is of 6.5 hours topic, and it carries 6 marks, okay. And here in 6 marks we are going to see that it is divided into 3 plus 3, okay. It is divided into 3 plus 3, or they can ask like anything they want. I can see, of course it is not there, but previously they have asked 1 mark, in 1 mark they have divided, 2 mark they have divided, 3 marks, or directly 5 marks question they have given, okay. So they can give like anything, okay. That is usually 3 plus 3 we will say, that is true. Now, what is basically, you people have the basic knowledge of the ecosystem in the high school, in the primary, is it not? First of all, if you hear the word ecosystem, immediately in your mind what it will come? Surrounding atmosphere, is it not? Ecosystem word is like that. If we listen the word ecosystem, immediately we are going to get surrounding nature, atmosphere, and how the plant bodies are dependent on the animals, and how the animals are dependent on the plant bodies, and nature. Usually the sunlight will be there, temperature will be there, okay, humidity will be there. So everything, whatever it is there in the nature, whatever it is there in the nature naturally, that is called as what? Ecosystem, okay, usually, okay. But a specific definition has been given by the scientist. We will call them as the ecologist, the persons who are dealing with the study of the ecosystem. We are calling them as the ecologist. So according to some of the ecologists who are doing the research with the nature, who are doing the research with the abiotic and the biotic factors, those persons are called as what? Ecologist, okay. So now we are going to see that here some of the contents. Before starting the chapter, we are going to see some of the contents present in this chapter. That means what all concepts we are reading in this chapter, that we are going to see. Then we are going to see the basic introduction of the ecosystem, okay, like definition we are going to see. Then we are going to see different science ecologists, they have given the different terms for the ecosystem, and also the definition they have given. And afterwards we'll see the ecosystem structure and the function. So basically first we are going to see what? We are going to see the contents present in this chapter. I have told you students, here the contents are a lot in the etymology. So how much you are studying deeply the nature, that much of the knowledge you will get, okay. So that it is the content, small content what you are going to read in this topic. So first of all, ecosystem structure and function. We are going to see the ecosystem structure and function. Before the ecosystem structure and function, we people are going to see the introduction, okay. So next, after the introduction, we are going to see ecosystem structure and function. There in this ecosystem structure and function, what we are going to see, that is the factors related with the nature, that is abiotic and the biotic factors. In short, if I review it in short, abiotic and biotic factors. So you people heard the word abiotic factors, once again it will come in your mind that it's a nature. Like sunlight will be there, temperature will be there, land will be there. So that those are called as what? Abiotic factors. Biotic factors are those which are living organisms, that means plants and animals, we will say. These factors are called as what? Biotic factors. Okay. So about the autotrophic organisms, we are going to read in this concept, about the heterotrophic organisms, about the composers, consumers. Okay. So all these concepts we are going to see in the ecosystem structure and the function. Okay. Next, after the ecosystem structure and function, we people are moving on to see the productivity. Now, what is the meaning of productivity? How much, what to say, after the death of the organism, what is going to happen to that particular organism and what products are released inside the soil. That is in the form of trophical level, we are going to see, that is called as productivity. Okay, biomass, we will see, humus, we will see in this concept, and how the fragmentation is going to occur, that we are going to see in the concept called as productivity. Then next is decomposition. Suppose for example, the leaves will be falling from the tree. Okay, usually in the forest and all, we see the plenty of the leaves are going to fall from the trees, and they, after few days, if we see, they are converted into a soil column. How it is happening? That is in the form of decomposition we are going to see. Not only in case of plant bodies, even in the case of the animals and all. If we go roadside, any animal has been dead over there. So if it is after few days, if that animal is going to if we go for the same place, that animal has been completely converted into the soil form. Why? Because of the decomposition. So what exactly happens in the decomposition and which organisms are responsible for the decomposition, that we are going to see in this concept called as decomposition. Next is we are going to move to see the energy flow. Now what is the meaning of energy flow? That is from one level to the another level. Okay, how the energy is transferred, that is called as what? Energy flow. Usually the unit of an ecosystem will be there, which is called as trophical level, T1, T2, T3, T4. So all these trophical levels will be there. Basically producers, that means plant bodies are the basic thing. So that all concept we are going to see in detail in the energy flow. Okay, and next is ecological pyramids. Usually in the high schools, you people have seen the pyramid. I know that diagrams are mentioned in the high school textbook. Okay, so pyramids are nothing but pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, and pyramid of energy. Those concepts somewhere here and there in the ecosystem you have studied in the high school. So here in detail we are going to see about the ecological pyramids. And the next is ecological succession. Now students, ecological succession means, for example, one rock will be there. Okay, soil rock will be there. Mannin kallu anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Soil rock will be there. That soil rock, how it is converted into the soil. Okay, ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಕಲ್ಲು ಬಂದು ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಣ್ಣಿನಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದ, how it is converted into the soil, that we are going to see in the ecological succession. ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಸಣ್ಣ ಗಿಡ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗಿಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗಿಡ ಅರೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ. Okay, slowly what happens, small herbs will be there, then shrubs will be arise, then trees will be arise, and slowly the trees, complete big tree is going to arise over there. So that is called as what? Succession. Serial wise development of the plant bodies. Okay, or we can say step wise development of the plant bodies, that we are going to see the succession, which is we are going to read in detail in the ecological succession. Next is nutrient cycling. We are going to see the students here. Nutrient cycling is nothing but usually in the syllabus we are seeing the phosphorus and the carbon cycles. Okay, how this phosphorus content is present in the soil, and how the carbon content is used by the plant bodies, and all that gaseous and the sedimentary cycle. Also these words also have been heard in the high school. It is the gaseous and the sedimentary cycle. So here also we are going to see the two cycles, that is the gaseous cycle and the sedimentary cycle. So gaseous cycle is the carbon cycle we are going to see, And sedimentary cycle, usually we are going to see the phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus cycle is considered as the sedimentary cycle. And last one what we are going to see is ecosystem services. Now students, ecosystem services means what? Suppose for example, if any artificial garden or artificial zoological parks or artificial forest itself they are maintaining, then government has to release the funds to those forests. Okay, to the bird sanctuaries, it may be forest, it may be botanical gardens, it may be zoological parks, it may be, so whatever conservation area is there. Okay, so for all those conservation areas, the government has to pay some amount. They have to release some funds. Okay, how it happens? By the scientist called, by the ecologist called as Robert Baranza. He has he has contributed a lot for getting the funds from the government to the ecosystem. So that we are going to see how he has done that one, that we are going to see in detail in the ecosystem services. Okay, so these are all the points what you are going to see, concepts you are going to see in the ecosystem topic. Hope so you have understood the concept complete, you have got an idea that what all we are going to see in the ecosystem topic. Okay, so which is of 6.5 hours and it is carrying the 6 marks, which is divided into 3 plus 3. Okay, now we are starting the concept called as introduction. Okay, now we will start the introduction of the ecosystem. Now see here students, I have already told that an ecosystem is a functional unit of nature. Okay, ecosystem is a functional unit of nature where the organisms interact among themselves and also with the surrounding environment. Okay, once again I'll say you what is that. Ecosystem is the functional unit of the nature where the organisms are interacting among themselves. Okay, organisms are interacting among themselves and along with the surrounding environment. Suppose for example, you take your own home. Okay, you take your own house. There your father, your parents will be there, your brother will be there, your sister will be there, your cousins, nowadays it is holidays, your cousins may come to your home. Okay, so you among yourself, you are interacting with each other. Okay, you among yourself, you are interacting with each other and also with the surrounding neighbors. Okay, how you are behaving with your neighbors, the surrounding physical environment we will say, surrounding environment we will say, that is called as, usually I have told an example for this. Likewise, plants also will be there in the nature, varieties of animals also will be there in the nature. Is it not right? From the lower organism to the higher organisms, varieties of animals will be there, and here plants also will be there. How the plants and animals are interdependent on each other. Is it not? Animals, they can not prepare their own food material. Plants, they can prepare their own food material. So the animals are usually depending on the plants, and both these plants and animals are depending on the nature, atmosphere. Is it not? If sunlight is not there, it is not possible for the plants to prepare their own food. If temperature is not there, it is not possible for the animal to survive. Is it not? So likewise, interdependent we will say. Why I am telling all these things? That is to tell you the meaning of the interdependent. They are depending on each other. That is itself is called as what? Ecosystem. That itself is called as what? Ecosystem. Okay. Now here we are going to see the meaning of the ecosystem. What is the meaning of the ecosystem here? The term eco means environment. Okay, I have told you already the term eco means what? Environment, and system is nothing but the surrounding atmosphere. Okay, the system is nothing but the surrounding atmosphere, and this ecosystem first was coined by the scientist called as Arthur G. Tansley. This you have to remember. Okay, first the ecosystem term has been coined by the scientist called as Arthur G. Tansley. This is very important point what you have to remember, and also you have to remember the definition of the ecosystem. Okay, you have to remember the definition of the ecosystem. And before The term ecosystem, it was called as biocenosis. It is also very important point. Before calling the ecosystem as an ecosystem, it was called as biocenosis, and that has been called by the ecologist called as Carl Moebius. Carl Moebius is the name of the ecologist who has told the ecosystem word as biocenosis for the first time. Okay. Next, according to one more ecologist called as Odom. See here, students. Here itself you can see the three ecologists what they have given the definition of the ecosystem in a different manner. But the meaning is same. All the ecologists will say the same meaning, only the thing is the definition is varying there. The words are varying there. Okay. Now according to one more ecologist called as Odom, actually E.P. Odom it should be. Okay, it should be E.P. Odom. Okay. What E.P. Odom has told that ecosystem is the basic functional unit of ecology. What is ecosystem? It is, I have told you this point before only. It is the functional unit of nature they have told there. Here ecology they are telling. Okay. Ecosystem is the basic functional unit of ecology in which both biotic communities and abiotic environment influence each other. Now please concentrate here, students. They wanted to tell the same meaning, but they have used the different terms over here. Biotic communities means here plants and animals will come. Okay, what is the meaning of biotic communities? That is plants and animals will come, and abiotic environment, that means whatever the nature atmosphere is there. Okay, whatever the nature atmosphere is there, that is called as abiotic environment. Okay, so please concentrate here. Once again I am repeating. According to one more ecologist called as E.P. Odom, the ecosystem is the functional unit of ecology in which both biotic communities and the abiotic communities influence each other. That means biotic community is depending on abiotic community, abiotic factors are depending on the biotic. That means abiotic environment. Okay, they just, if it is not there, then biotic communities will be not there. Influencing means what? They prefer with each other. Okay, so once again I'll repeat the definition. An ecosystem is the functional unit of nature where the living organisms interact among themselves and also with the surrounding physical environment. And the term ecosystem, the meaning says that eco is the environment and system is the surrounding, and it was coined by the ecologist called as Arthur G. Tansley. This ecosystem, before it was called as biocenosis. Before it was called as what? Biocenosis, and that biocenosis name has been given by the scientist by the ecologist called as Carl Moebius. Now one more ecologist, according to one more ecologist called as E.P. Odom, the ecosystem is the basic functional unit of ecology in which both the biotic and the abiotic communities, or biotic communities and the abiotic environment influence each other. That means they are interdependent on each other. Influencing each other means what? They are interdepending on each other. Okay, and here we are going to see types of ecosystems. Okay, what we are going to see here next. So this you have seen the definition. Okay, and also you have seen the meaning of the ecosystem. Hope so you have understood this introduction and the definition. Now we are going to see the types of ecosystem. Okay, so basically the first type is natural ecosystem. What is the first type here? Natural ecosystem. Now students, natural ecosystem means what? Completely it is by the nature. Whatever it is there on the land, whatever it is there on the earth itself you take. Okay, completely it is by the nature. That is why we will call it as a natural ecosystem. Here there is no human interruption. Okay, here there is no human interruption. Naturally it is going to occur within the nature. That is called as natural ecosystem. First type it is. Second type is terrestrial ecosystem. Now terrestrial ecosystem means usually whatever there it is on the land or land ecosystem we can say. Usually whatever it is there on the land. For example, you can take plants, you can take animals, you can take soil, you can take water, you can take forest, you can take whatever we are seeing on the land, that is the terrestrial ecosystem which are interdepending on each other. Okay. Next is we will see the water ecosystem. Okay, usually we will see water ecosystem. Inside the water, once again we are going to see a marine water ecosystem, fresh water ecosystem. Okay, inside the water also we are going to see marine water ecosystem. Now what is the meaning of marine water ecosystem? Marine water ecosystem means the organisms which are present inside the ocean. In the plants also they are present, animals also they are present. Inside the ocean, whichever organisms are present, they are interdependent on each other. That is called as what? Marine ecosystem. And even you can take the fresh, especially marine ecosystem example, we can take sea or ocean we can take. Freshwater ecosystem, we can take river, well, pond. All these are the examples of the freshwater ecosystem. Here also, you are seeing various organisms, aquatic organisms or water organisms like fishes will be there, snakes will be there, okay, crabs will be there. So many you can see in the freshwater and the marine water, and even you can see the small plant bodies attached to the deeply submerged in the water. Okay, so that is they are interdependent on each other. That is called as what water ecosystem or aquatic freshwater ecosystem. Next is we are moving on to see the artificial ecosystem. Okay, next what we are going to see? We are going to see artificial ecosystem. Now here in the artificial ecosystem, complete involvement of the human beings will be there. Okay, complete involvement of the human beings. Like for example, in your home, aquarium if it is there, that is artificial one. Is it not? Large aquariums will be there, smaller aquariums will be there. Okay, not only in your home, you can take garden. If you are maintaining the gardens, then garden is made by you. Is it not? Like botanical gardens will be there, zoological parks will be there. Then conservations, wildlife sanctuary will be there, birds conservation will be there. So that is called as artificial ecosystem, or this artificial ecosystem is also called as man-made ecosystem. Artificial system is also called as what? Man-made ecosystem. That means complete involvement of the human beings will be there here, students. Okay, so till here you are going to see four types of ecosystem. So what are the four types here? That is natural type of ecosystem, then terrestrial type of ecosystem, then aquatic or the water ecosystem, then artificial ecosystem. If you see the first and the last, it is completely opposite. Okay, see, natural ecosystem is completely by the nature. Artificial ecosystem is completely by the man-made. In the natural, no involvement of the human beings. In the artificial, nature is maintained by the human beings. Totally there is an involvement of the human beings. Okay, so this is the introduction and the types of ecosystem what you have seen. Now next concept we will see, that is ecosystem structure and the function.